Hello, everyone. We're going to be back in just a moment. Well, actually, I guess we're back now. I shouldn't say just a moment. Hey, we're back now. We're going to go into the finals series. It's going to be a best-of-3 series coming up next. And I want to say thank you to these guys here. LoLPro, LoLPro.com. Just go to the site there, and let me tell you why LoLPro.com is awesome. One, they put on tournaments like this. They put on great 1v1 tournaments as well. They've done some ARAM stuff in the past. A lot of good content coming from these guys, and you can support them by going to their website. But why go to their website? Well, my favorite thing is, hey, there's a free week champion out that I like. I want to learn how to play it. Where do I start? And go here. You just click the free champion rotation button. It'll show you who's free this week, and it'll link you over to guides for that champion. And if you're interested in Dominion, go to their pro guides section of the website. There's a general Dominion gameplay guide written by Corval, and it's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. And if you want to know how to play any particular champion in Dominion, you can go through and read those as well. There's even a little filter button right here. You can press it, and look, it just shifts magically right in front of you. All these Dominion-related guides right here on LoLPro.com, and they have all your Summoner's Rift stuff covered as well. If you want to, look up guides for jungling support, tops, anything like that. All those good things can be found at LoLPro.com. And if you want to be an author of a guide yourself, if you know something that somebody else doesn't, and you want to share their builds with the world, go to the user guides section of the website, and you can write your own guides. There's even a little button up here in the top right corner. Just quick link there for you. You don't have to do anything fancy to go and find it. There's just a button, and you can vote on other guides and read them all here on this page. So there's no excuse for not knowing how to build a character, guys. LoLPro.com exists. You want to pick up a new champion for the first time, this is the website that you want to start at. I think I have my game invite for the next game. Yeah. Clicking on that right now. Bam, down in the spectator slot. We'll get in there in just a moment. So, thank you. Yeah, Street Basher. I made the mistake of eating stuff that was salty and then casting for 8 hours. It was not a smart idea.
What did you eat anyways?
I had teriyaki chicken and pot stickers and soy sauce and stuff like that. We're going to do chat bans here in a moment. There are... Yeah, Suffawaz gets it. Okay, so, Slants asked a question in the chat. Because I can do tricks and things with them, Slants, a lot. The ones that you are seeing in that picture, if you're referring to the picture that's on my photo bucket, there's 3 different ones, and they're not bullwhips. In fact, only one of them's a bullwhip. 2 of them are stock whips. The one that's solid red, it's 7 foot, made out of nylon, with a orange and black handle. It's a 7 foot nylon stock whip. I have a 8 foot solid electric blue nylon stock whip that has I think it's an 18-inch handle on that one. I think the red one is a 12-inch handle, both a little bit different from each other. And then I have a green and black 8 foot nylon bullwhip with a stained wood handle. And I do tricks and stuff with those. Started practicing a little bit of target shooting. I know different crack patterns and things like that. It's fun stuff. That's why I have those. I'm just waiting for them to start the game here. No Street Basher, I do not. Excellent, here we go. Ta-da! We're going to be loading into... at the loading screen here. I have the chat bans, or the extra bans rather, posted in the Twitch chat for you. Now this is the finals. Whoever wins this wins most of the money, and whoever gets second gets a little bit less than that. And this is going to be Clueless, Clueless is the returning champion of this event. Clueless won the LoLPro Dominion Showdown #1, and now they're back here in the finals of LoLPro Dominion Showdown #2. Nice to have them be awesome and consistent like that. And they are up against Bought Fancy's mom, a PS3.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Hey, welcome back. No, it's okay. The second I jumped in, the players are ready to go.
Yeah, I'm house sitting, so yeah, had to attend something very quickly. Do apologize. So Urgot, Kayle, Brand, Teemo?
Yes. Urgot, Kayle, Brandon, Teemo. I already have an update on the screen for you.
Yep, that's why I saw it. Kayle. We've seen a lot of Kayle bans going up against the Baby Pop. Is it the Baby Pop? Yeah, Baby Pop.
Yeah, BB Kayle's really good. And I mean, obviously, you want to kick out Kassadin and Kha'Zix because they're the best AP and AD assassins that they have. Nidalee's poke's just outrageous. Stands behind a point, you can't capture it 1v1, doesn't work out.
I think we saw one game with a Nidalee. The rest have all been bans for her. But Kassadin, Kha'Zix, you know, very typical bans, back to kind of the norm here. But Urgot, Kayle, Brand, Teemo, Wukong, Annie. Annie's been on the fence. She's been banned and then picked and then ignored and then kind of that cycle. But yeah, Kha'Zix, we saw Talon, we saw Wukong, very hard-hitting physical damages. So fortunately, they didn't do Zyra. There's no Janna, no Jarvan. Kind of being escaped. Like, there's a lot of good people that you can pick up, but wouldn't be too much of a surprise to see the Janna or Zyra. Or Lulu, because there's no Zimike. She's also up again as well.
Seeing Zyra picked up, not that big of a surprise. Zyra is a really powerful area control champion, brings a lot of crowd control to the table, does a lot of damage as well. Everything's good about that character. And we'll see what they decide to pick up in response to that. See if people asking in the chat about why are there extra bans?
Because people are OP.
Man. Yeah, there was not Dominion-specific balance for a very long time, so some champions were significantly more powerful on Dominion because all of the champions were balanced around Summoner's Rift competition. So we added a few extra bans. Now that there are Dominion-specific map changes, it's possible that we will stop using extra bans sometime. But that's just the way the Dominion community has been for quite a while now.
We're really thinking about this next pick. Really thinking. You didn't see anyone kind of jump up at the Pantheons or the Leonas. Leona hasn't really been somebody you kind of jump up at, but haven't seen anyone going for the Pantheon, the Lulu. There's the Jarvan. Kind of expected a Jarvan pick sometime in this pick cycle, but Leona+Jarvan. That used to be a very popular kind of armor reduction lane back in Season 2 in your bottom. You kind of went against the meta at the time, but I mean, it could just be as effective here. You flag and drag in, that sets you up for Zenith Blade into Cataclysm into Solar Flare. It's really good control.
Okay, I'm gonna hit some of the chat questions here because there's a lot of newer viewers. Which, by the way, thank you for coming out and checking out the show today.
I think we peaked 2,500 last game.
Man, that's really cool. I'm glad
I think somebody has to twerk on stream.
Check it out,
Loco dude.
Ooh, it's possible. Man, they're gonna make us do webcams eventually. Stuff will get real at one point. Someone's asking about Urgot. Urgot's really, really good because he is a durable character. He trades well with his lane opponent if you use him in bottom lane. His harass range is really long, and since he gets all that armor and magic resistance from the position reverser, in addition to reducing your damage dealt because of his passive, he's really survivable. It's really good for killing a lane opponent, and he's a safe harass.
He's the anti-AD.
Yeah, up top, he's just really safe harass, again, and find whoever the damage dealer is and shoot them and watch the damage plummet. That's pretty much all there is to it. He's just a really good champion because of his durability and such. And I saw someone asking about... Man, chat's scrolling. Hey, thanks for guys for hanging out, talking, chatting with us today. Why isn't Eve picked? Eve used to be picked pretty often.
She was a backcapper.
Yeah, and then she actually became a good AP assassin for a while.
Same with Twitch.
They just made some changes to her, and there's just better characters than Eve these days. It's because she has to walk up on people in order to attack. You know, them. She doesn't have like a ranged really anything, and they really nerfed her ultimate too, which made her a little bit less appealing compared to other things. Why Sona over
swing.
Lulu?
Probably bottom swing.
Alaric Ventress really likes Sona Cillian. Oh hey, Cillian! Cillian EU West in the chat is a top-level Dominion competitor from Europe West. He was really active when they were
I thought they picked
playing.
a Zillion as like, what?
No, Cillian with an S. Yeah, Cillian is awesome. Let's see. seeing someone say Brand isn't that good in Dominion, though. Brand's actually quite good in Dominion. He gets used a lot. Top-level competitors, Brand, and are... Like, Sauron used Brand last game really effectively. Half-Hearted and Generic play a good Brand as well. Why isn't Rengar picked? He's my best Dominion champ. Rengar is good, but he's just not quite as good as someone like Kha'Zix. Unfortunately.
Because you need the bushes for the jump advantage, so it's great for the jungle play, but...
Yeah, you do a lot of jungle play in the middle of the map, that's good, but he's really not very great at ganking lanes and things like that. But hey, if he's working for you, man, just keep using him. He's not bad at all. He's great. Just not Kha'Zix. That's what he suffers from.
We say in terms of the balance, we're totally talking about tournament tier kind of stuff.
Oh,
we're not
yeah,
talking
that's
about
right.
Solo queue. You want to throw a Rengar or a Teemo, the Sivir, which we have now, in solo queue? And it works? Great. Awesome. But once you get to tournament tier, you gotta really adhere to the tier list because others will if you don't.
Yeah, our commentary is strictly about competitive level Dominion. Me and FourCourt go way back casting Dominion. I've cast a little bit more consistently than FourCourt has, but he goes back a while.
So that's not going to be a bottom Swain. That's going to be a bottom Fizz.
Who's playing it?
And,
oh yeah,
WolfRo,
that's
Syndra.
bottom Fizz.
The Fizz versus Syndra. That's an interesting match.
I'm just combing through to see if there's anything else that the viewers out there, which, by the way, thank you guys for coming out, supporting the show, LoLPro Dominion Showdown. This is number 2. We did number 1 back in June, and if you like it, man, follow the channel, support the show, go to LoLPro.com, give them a reason to put on another one of these for us. And there's an in-game chat channel, which, we have a ton of new viewers. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. We have an in-game chat channel. You can see it down here. It caps out at 200 people, so no guarantees you can get it in on most nights, but there's a couple open slots right now. If you want to get in on that, go down the lower right-hand corner, view chat room's control panel, click on that, click create or join a chat room, and in the field here you type in Dominate Dominion.
You actually like showing them how to
type it in just like that, and it'll put you over here in this chat channel. It caps at 200 people, so you might not be able to get in, but just let you know it's there. That's where most of us in the Dominion community hang out. And a lot of people stream, a lot of people play in houses, a bunch of people queue together, stuff like that. So if you want to learn more about it, that's the place to go. Also, another great place to go is this website right here, LoLPro.com. And very specifically, when you go to LoLPro, I want you to go to the Pro Guides section of the website. I want you to read this guide right here. The general gameplay guide for Dominion by Corval is one of the best guides that I've seen written for the game mode so far. So if you want to learn more about Dominion, I very highly encourage that you check that out. I think there's a Zanbot command to get it posted. Somebody in the chat knows that. There we go.
So, back to game number 1 here, the finals. Yep. Left-hand side, Bot Fancy's mom, a PS3. I'm just going to call him Team Fancy's mom for the short brevity of it. But Clueless, the reigning champions on Dominate Dominion right now, going for that dethroning streak. I think they got to beat, 17 or something? 17 weeks in a row? It's pretty silly. But they know what they're doing. These guys all know what they're doing. Baby Pop picks up the Vayne. Kind of a signature AD. Wolfer on the Fizz. And we do have the double control, triple control if you can throw never moves into that from Half-Hearted. So this is almost like a protect the Vayne, protect the Fizz kind of thing, at least in my eyes. Really depends on how much damage Sifu Calvin gets, because when you put Sifu Calvin and Wolfer together, like, magic happens. Like, you see stars and you see corpses. I mean, that's pretty much how that happens. And Brown Bruiser, he's been playing a lot of Bruiser, plus his name. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a little bit of damage on Leona, but to me this looks very heavy control.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see a Sivir, because Sivir has recently had some... Yeah, Koyoki, you have it right. Revive is the best spell in Dominion. Revive is the most popular, and then followed by Exhaust, Ignite, then Garrison. And you see Flash on very specific characters. We haven't seen too many flashes this tournament, but on these two champions, on Vayne and Sivir, characters that don't have a ranged AD that don't have a built-in escape or have a weaker escape like Vayne, they tend to run Flash on them sometimes just because you don't want to get caught and die. It's pretty simple like that. If you don't have a built-in escape, Flash can be good.
This is our first game that we've seen Sivir actually on our casted segments, because we did a whole bunch of games yesterday. Did 3 sets yesterday, done 4 sets today. I guess we did 4 sets yesterday then as well, because it's all the same. But this is our first time seeing Sivir, and what do you think of Sivir? Sivir versus some of the other ADCs.
Sivir makes for a good chase. Her delay is very good because of the way Boomerang Blade works. And in addition, you don't just fire it; it goes back. So it lingers on the battlefield.
Don't come back.
Yeah, I threw a boomerang once, and it just kind of fell out in the middle of a field, and I'm like, I never tried it again.
Because you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how to boomerang, but I watched my teacher do it, and I tried it.
On the wrist.
It just didn't work.
But either way, I mean, Sivir has the spell shield, so she can make
spell
some pretty
shield
clutch plays. AoE ult for the team, and the bounce.
Yeah, the spell shield's good. She works really well in a team environment. She can front load a lot of damage, and she does a lot of AoE as well.
Now, we're not saying that Ezreal's bad. We've seen a lot of Ezreal. In fact, I think excess of 4 games throughout our casted tournament section.
I think Ezreal's the one we've seen the most of, actually. He's really safe, and
Let me take a quick
global map presence is good.
Ezreal. Ezreal was in game number 1 and 2 and 3 and 5. Banned out game 6. Banned out game 7. Picked game 8 of yesterday. Yep. So we saw a lot of Ezreal yesterday.
Buddha, I actually don't remember seeing Buddha play Sivir. I know BB plays a lot of Sivir, but I don't remember seeing Buddha Rice with it. But we get to see BB pop Vayne, which is... Wait, which one of them had picks? Oh... BB Pop picked Vayne. Buddha Rice and BB are 2 of the best Vaynes that we have in Dominion, just by a large margin.
Yep.
So, since BB took
so far
that...
to say 2 of the best assassin players in that regard. They always have huge kill scores at the end of it.
Yeah, they're some of the best ranged AD that we have. Like, by...
First comment from Buddha Rice. Please go Ezreal. Wants that Vayne, man. Wants that Vayne.
Yeah.
So, game number 1, finals. Gandair, FourCourtJester here.
Hello.
And we're going in and around the 2K mark again. Let's see if we can get some % hype going here in the chat, guys. You know what to do. But we do got the revives. We got the Garrison on Alaric. So no Clairvoyance this time. No Clairvoyance. This is only the 2nd time that this has happened, that we haven't had a Clairvoyance in the game.
They have a lot of vision effects on Bot Fancy's mom, a PS3's team, because you have the plant checks with the sapling and the plants from Zyra that they'll be bush checking with a lot throughout the game.
And it is going to be Syndra bottom lane. There were some questions about why Syndra's so good. It really just comes down to lane clear and after level 6 burst potential. But it's the same kind of idea for Wolf. Again, Wolf is really famous for kind of leaving the bot lane to join team fights in and around the middle and then kind of returning to it after the team has gotten the advantage. So you got to look out for that. It's all about positioning. It's all about communication with your team. And because we have so many revives, I call this the 8v8 on the top.
Yeah, you effectively have a second person.
No, they're not going to do that. They're going to snipe out Sivir. Yeah, they're going to look for Sivir. No, they misplayed it.
Darn
they misplayed it.
They would just, if they would just wait a little bit, they would be able to pick up Sivir for free. Unfortunately, that was not the way it was going to play out. Zound's taking a bunch of damage, and Sivir being able to sit back pretty safely down the lower part of the map, getting into a disagreement with Buddha Rice right off the bat. And oh, that condemn. Is BB going to... Is BB... Oh, that health potion keeping BB Pop just barely alive.
Oh, that was
finally takes him down.
Terrible tumble. So 2 kill advantage going the way of Fancy's mom, a PS3 again. Team Fancy's mom. Bebe's not actually using the revive. Just gonna wait it out.
No, he's gonna pocket it. Yep. Doesn't think he can make a play, I guess, or maybe his team's like, hey man, don't worry about it. We'll use that later, because the first windmill fight is a solid opener, and they're just gonna wait it out, regroup, and make a play for it, take a dent in their Nexus health.
Sifu real low. Like, he almost died there to the Zyra passive, but 1 kill apiece now, but the top point has solidly gone the way of the Fancy's mom. Brown Bruiser's going to get noticed here in the mid, so no bushwhacking there. And bottom has been pretty tame, but, you know, it's just, again, wave clearing for a while. Here comes Bebe, though. That's going to be a gank on top of Dino.
He was going in for that Storm Shield. Spawns at 3, went in immediately for it. They found Brown Bruiser trying to stop him, and if...
Condemn. Great condemn.
Are they going to be able to get in range and stop that? No, Brown Bruiser is going to be able to get away just fine.
Yeah, Bruiser's going to be okay. They're going to collapse on top of Wolf. Again, Wolf leaves as this bottom to come to these team fights. After killing out Dianel, that's going to force that revive. That's going to get the Sivir revive, I believe, as well. Yep, she's going to come right back down here. Zounds is going to be the target. That is going to be the Zenith Blade, but he was able to Twisted Advance out of it, even avoiding the Sifu Calvin Flag and Drag.
And up at the top part of the map, Swain has a big creep wave up there. Oh, that escape. Good job. Dynov is able to take down Wolfer's Fizz. Brown Bruiser still alive, but not for very long, unfortunately, as he's going to get picked off. BB wants to take a bite out of Carnival, but it's just a little bit too risky. Swain is able to get a hold of that top for free. And yeah, that Crescendo Alaric is going to be able to escape.
Now, we got Maokai going up there as well, so they're going to be a thorn in the side with ZZ Sivir actually getting ganked in the jungle. A lot of low hit points flashing for us here over on Clueless' side, but, you know, Wolf, he's going to come in here. Dino does not have any of those cooldowns ready to go, and Wolf is just not going to let him get out of that.
And Dynov looks like he might be able to escape. Nope, unfortunately.
No. There was no chance. No flash, no escape mechanisms, only that ult and the pushback, and they were both on cooldown. So Carnival is now going to get counter-ganked here into the Solar Flare, and that's going to be game right there.
I thought Sunlight was good for plants, but not so much that time. Condemn does not land Zounds into a wall, which means Vayne can't quite take him out there. You get a neutral on this point, but Buddha Rices should be able to chase people away from that okay.
Half-Hearted has largely been left to his own devices in the top. He has maintained that windmill control, hasn't really lost any kind of hit points, just been collecting the health relic. It's all been about this bottom.
And Zounds goes for Wolfer, though, gets stunned, and always going to break with that R. No, he popped it a little bit too early. Minion hit, picked it up, and Buddha Rice doesn't really have an escape from here. Sifu's coming down and is going to be able to take him out.
And see if we got interrupted by the push there from Syndra, but just wasn't nearly enough. Baby's pop, and he's going to go up against Alaric up here and Carnival. It looks like Swain has finally left the top, said, all right, well, there's no action up here. Don't need me up there. But point advantage is going to go the way of wow, Clueless. Maybe Curse later.
Oh, man, that would be a little bit cray-cray.
Curse Dominion team for tournaments? Yep.
Ooh. Well, they didn't do so well last time they played Dominion.
That's why you get a Dominion team.
Yeah. Over at the top part of the map, Leona trying to cut in behind. They want to get a hold of Carnival, but is BB going to be able to close enough to capitalize on that? No, he's just a little bit too far back, unfortunately. Half-Hearted coming up from the top, or from the bottom, rather.
A lot of death going the way of top. Half-Hearted with that Swain ult, able to grab home double. He's actually going to cancel it out. Buddha Rice looking to make something happen on top of Sifu Calvin. Will actually end up doing it, but the triple goes the way of Half-Hearted. Even after that exhaust, Zounds with the never move, but it's not going to be enough burst. He's just out of mana.
They can't, unfortunately, finish that off. However, they're still in control of the point. They might not have been decisively winning any team fights, but they're weakening the enemy enough to the point that they can't push back onto the tower, which means, good job. You don't necessarily have to be sweeping the other person, getting kills left and right. You just weaken them enough that they have to go back and no longer threaten your tower anymore.
The 375 health warning going off. Fancy's mom, fortunately, just on the back foot in terms of hit points. 50 lost on their Nexus. That's the difference between the two. A lot of names up at the top. It's a 2-on-1 bottom, so curious which way this will end up.
Oh, Crescendo there. Not sure that was necessary or not. That's going to be on cooldown now in this fight. But they're a 4-man push onto this tower. I don't think they're going to need it.
You mean all 4? Okay. I see. Yeah, so they're going to get top, but they trade out bottom. Again, like the 4-3, the 2v1, the greater numbers won out in this regard. Baby Bob actually throws out the last whisper. Or the final hour.
Man, if he could throw out last whispers, man, I'd follow that guy everywhere. Start picking him up and sticking him in my inventory.
40%.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me some of those.
Final hour, not last whisper. Derp.
And those plants trying to zone a little bit. Sifu takes a bite out of those, gets through to interrupt Zounds, but Carnival able to pick up the neutral, but it's a 3v4. A little bit too close to their base, I think, for their taste. Half-Hearted able to help clean up on Zounds, and Zyra finished off over there. All 5 involved on that Mao kill.
Buddha Rice up to 5 kills. 4 deaths, but 5 kills. Currently leading in terms of his team. Here comes Half-Hearted, and that's going to put her down again. 5-5 now. Every time I mention their scores, they always die. Alaric is going to have to just get out of dodge.
And they're going to turn around this point. Zounds! Oh, man. I don't like it. Well, Zounds went for the interrupt there, but he went for a 1v4 interrupt against a bunch of people that have crowd control, and he really didn't have any way to get out of that. Alaric tried to help him out, but in trying to help out his ally, he just only got himself in more trouble. Alaric should have just backed off and sold out Mao.
Wolfer died bottom. Who did he die to? Zounds. So there was a Maokai. Oh, Maokai died. That's right.
They did peel too many people off of top, though. When they went down to kill Mao, they pulled everyone off. No one actually stayed up there to finish the cap.
Yeah, they've stopped out the bleeding, but Carnival's now just gonna pay for it. Buddha Rice picks up the cleanup though, looks for the kill on top of Bebe, gets it, could go for the triple.
Is he going to triple out? Oh, the flash! The flash over the Dragon Strike! Buddha Rice!
That flash.
Buddha Rice showed up to play some Dominion today, folks.
Oh snap! That was a good triple, good cleanup. Again, you know, you give props to these ADCs, Buddha Rice and Bebe Pop, amongst our top tier, and that's exactly the reason why.
A half-hearted Swain gonna head down towards the lower part of the map. Wolfer hanging out down there. You see Wolfer maxing that Playful Trickster first because it gives him really good wave clear if you max that first. So we're gonna bottom lane Fizz. You make sure to keep that in mind.
Bottom lane Fizz has his BFT ready to go, but if you look at Syndra, she has her Wooglets. So any kind of collapse with the fish, with the BFT, you can just Wooglets right out of it. And hopefully you have a team there to help you with the cleanup, otherwise you're just going to kind of sit there looking silly.
Leona has revealed herself. They've cut off Sivir.
Zounds, unfortunately, is going to take quite the beating. That's going to be the Solar Flare on top of Carnival as well. And the Crescendo actually comes in for that return, but Sifu Calvin traps him in. Brown Bruiser and Sifu Calvin. Again, this combo is doing work, but Alaric has his own claws. So he's able to take home the kill. Double comes out for Zounds.
And a double for...
No, double comes out for Brown, sorry.
Yeah. And dying up in the bottom gets a little bit of chip damage in on the tower, but that's just going to tick back up as Wolfer is able to push away. Looks like Vayne's coming down here for a gank, but Syndra's in the bushes. They don't know if she's recalling or not. Either way, they can't get vision on her to be able to attack her.
She goes back and gets a Fiendish Codex, so she's going to look for the Athenes soon enough. Another set of, or her first set of magic resist will be from that Athenes. No, well, the upgraded set, I should say. Chalice is just so under.
A good zoning from these Zyra plants up at the top part of the map. One, it gives vision. Two, it slows people down.
Buddha Rice and the damage. Ooh,
Solar Flare lands on Zounds, but they really needed that on Buddha Rice. There's an exhaust on Buddha. Buddha falls back while firing, and he's just chewing up the enemy team.
Oh, Sifu Calvin actually avoided the boomerang on the comeback, but that's still going to be the double. Takes out Swain and Jarvan. The rest of the team cleaned up as well. That's the revive on Brown, and that's the revive on Half-Hearted. They're coming straight back to the top.
Half-Hearted moving into the middle of the map. Carnival and Bot Fancy's mom at PS3's team are in control of the windmill now, but how long will they be able to retain it for? There's a Zyra there. It's difficult to push on a tower against a Zyra. She doesn't currently have her Stranglethorns, though. You can see that down there in the
used the last
corner. Fight. And Zounds now has discovered Wolfer once again.
Does Zounds have any kind of magic resist? Yeah, he does. He has the cowl, and he has health on top of that. But it's not enough.
And with him dead, everyone else up at the top, Fizz is going to be able to get this for free. Because they're pinned down up here and aren't able to leave. Buddha Rice is so low on health, but as long as he stays back, he'll be just fine. Never move lands on Alaric. Stun lands on Alaric. Buddha Rice caught by Half-Hearted finally. Though. Yeah. He got that just fine because he beat Mao and there was no 100%. One who was free to be able to go and do anything about it.
Well, that's why. Syndra's going straight for the graveyard. That's why.
The counter cap, that works.
Yep. Now, if we can take out Zyra right now, it will be a guaranteed point because there's nobody even up here. The problem is Zyra really sucks to try to break in terms of defense, as you saw right there. She has such range. She has the weedlings. No, weedlings. She has the plants. And, like, Half-Hearted is just losing his hit points bit by bit.
Bottom point is going to be taken back. Sona is going to get the refiners. She's going to return to a little bit of normal looking caps here. BB's going to try to get this, but he's not well supported right now. There's a sapling there. There's Boomerang Blade. BB trying to secure it for his team because having that extra health and damage really helps out you and your allies.
Fizz gets interrupted. Buddha Rice is on the hunt, so to speak. Wolfer is going to get hit by the auto attacks. The Q unfortunately bounces right into the creeps. Nice dodge there by Wolf, but Buddha's going to just chase him out and try to get the point. Lyric, however, up against the wall. Literally.
And
He got condemned.
Wolfer is going to die. Hits his revive, is on his way back down to the bottom. It's going to be just fine.
Zounds is going to join him there. Well, but he doesn't have a revive, so I guess he's not joining he's not going to join Wolf at all. Wolf, however, I mean, he doesn't lose that point. It's the beauty of revive. Might die, but you can get right back to the point.
And using those plants for vision without wards, a champion like Zyra is very good for just being able to highlight places on the map.
That was quite unfair. Die now, just get like blat with no Jace around.
That's pretty scary. Ooh, Cataclysm. You can't spell shield through that. It is a wall. Fish lands on Alaric Ventress. Carnival able to sit back and do a little bit of damage, and Buddha Rice returning to the fight should be able to help clean up Fizz pretty quickly here. Takes him down. And
that revive again.
They're going to get that windmill back right now.
Trinity Force on Jarvan. I've seen some items today. I don't think we've seen a Trinity on a Jarvan today. He's not even going halvesies on tank. He's just full tank. Or he's just full damage. Sifu Calvin. He's just leaving tanking to Leona. Leona Swain.
And Zounds by himself trying to ward people back or
Hardly
deter people. And, well, he was at the start of that fight. But able to stall long enough. He dies in the process, though. Jarvan's just going to go ahead and dash out of there.
Now is going to join him.
Ooh,
nice
that
zone,
golden
nice
Aegis. The Aegis saves him. Something you don't see too often from a Jarvan. And BB pops Final Hour, but walks right into the stun. And unfortunately is...
Buddha.
Where's this boomerang blade at?
Oh,
I guess that's fine too. That's not quite a boomerang blade, but whatever. I guess that works.
Buddha just had red in his eyes. 13 and 8 on Sivir, showing some really good ADC power. Or should I call it marksman power? That's the official term now, right?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
You don't do Summoner's Rift.
I'm sorry, man. It's just
nice delay
weird
and Carnival
has lines in
the Wheedling, getting off the thorns. Now again, Die Now has been dying quite a bit. 3-6-1 on his part.
Uh-oh. BB has been seen. Get out of there.
That's alright. She'll be okay. Fizz might go for another kill. I don't know what Die Now is doing, but I think Fizz
doesn't connect with the Chum the Waters, unfortunately. Which means
Die Now
has all the advantage here. I mean, he does avoid the stun, but...
Carnival drops top.
Yep.
If you miss the Chum the Waters, Wolf, you deserve that.
Now, Buddha Rice, though, intercepted by Halfhard on his way back to the fight, and Buddha Rice is going to be taken down. Halfhard can move on up to the top. They just have Sona alone up there. Sona does have some health and armor going with that Locket and with that MR from the Aura. But is it going to be enough to really survive this? I'm not that confident. Defensive Garrison's going to buy enough time for Zyra to arrive, but can Zyra turn around the fight? Brown Bruiser's taking those tower hits. Going to be interrupted by Zyra's plants and go down. Oh, dear.
Garrison too good, man. Garrison too good. Sifu Calvin gets revenge on the bot as Carnival has to deal with Bebe Pop. One more strike.
No,
yes,
two more. There we go. Got it.
He still got the kill, though.
Halfhard is going to be able to neutral this, but he won't be able to get the full cap in time for somebody to get there.
You say that.
And he neutrals it. And he's not able to cap it before someone gets there. Buddha Rice, though, showing up is going to help clean this up, no problem. Buddha has plenty of health and mana compared to Half and BB.
Boomerang. Buddha doing so good. 14 and 9. Wolf comes up, does connect with the fish. Doesn't matter. He was probably actually able to take that with an urchin, but I don't think he can take Buddha because of that spell shield. No.
The dot damage? The dot damage. There we go. Picks him up with that Sea Stone Trident.
Now there's no one on the point. It's a totally neutral and nobody cares point.
Nobody likes Windmill. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Like, process a grain?
Oh, we had bottom right. We had the graveyard actually neutralized out. So life is going to resume ticking down here for the Clueless. Almost called them the casuals.
Oh dear. They might be angry on the internet, man.
That's right. It's been 6 hours. Starting to slip. I realize it.
Oh dear. Well, you should get some traction, man. Get the 4-wheel drive going.
Yeah, I'm not on the Throwmobile.
Yeah. It has plenty of traction. It's got like 4 or 5 wheels. I don't know why it has so many wheels, man. It's got 6.
Carnival is not going to get hit by that solar flare. And Sifu Calvin, is he... Yeah.
Oh, he's going to drop the
in.
Cataclysm on, but quick cancel to back away from there.
Good Stranglethorns. Counter-initiate. It's going to be it for Zounds. Fortunate. And Carnival will drop. Sifu Calvin, I mean, he is big right now. Look at that Storm buff on him. Just so much damage.
Ooh, that snipe over the wall.
And that Sheen, it's like, man, damage. They're going to put pressure here on the factory.
Zounds is going to try to defend this by himself, but I don't know how well he will do. A lot of minions pushing on that tower. That's going to go neutral. And down the bottom, Wolfer was able to be successful, and they're going to turn this around for a 5 cap, which is really uncommon at this level of play.
That was like the slimmest of slim margins of an ace. Because as soon as the ace pops, we had everyone come back up. Now
yeah, it's difficult to get an ace because of the res timers.
Absolutely no revives right now for Fancy's mom, because we just used the last one on Zounds. The next one up is going to be Buddha Rice or Die Now, like, but that's still a little under half of that duration. And it's what, a 9-minute cooldown? 7-minute cooldown?
Pretty long. I can't do that math in my head all of a sudden.
Let's call it 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So that's a good opportunity here for the solidification of the position. And 101 to 61, 108 to 60. It's looking good. Clueless is looking good.
Oh man, Zounds just got all of the movement speed.
Sifu Calvin can almost one-shot Carnival at this point. And the only reason it didn't is because of the Zonias. Or the Wooglets, I guess.
Yeah, watch out for that. Wolfer, don't do it. Wolfer, don't do it. I'm scared, man.
3 points. Actually went back to the Fancy's mom. Wolf just doesn't die. Like, there was no follow-up damage from that crescendo.
Nope. It was just Maokai there. And Maokai's damage, while it can be strong, is slow.
Syndra has gone through the bottom, has picked up the graveyard, is now up at the drill. Didn't quite get the neutral. Half-hearted, though, avoids a little bit of damage with that, his own Wooglets. Die Now with the shield. Half-hearted! Just cannot deal with Syndra.
No, does get turned into a fine purple mist. Wolfer is going to go down and pick this tower back up. Brown Bruiser and Buddha Rice? Brown Bruiser could zone him back from getting the bottom, which means Alaric Ventress' Sona is going to have to pick that up instead.
Who picked up the bottom left?
Wolfer got it.
Oh, okay. No, oh, then he
Like
recalled and killed Syndra, and now he's going to get Graveyard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Sense.
Carnival goes down. Zounds is going to be the next one to fall. And, oh, they dive straight through Buddha Rice. Never mind, scratch that. They want to get their 1 damage dealer out of the running. Going for Zounds immediately after that. BB picks up 2 kills. BB, is he going to finish off Dyna? Is BB going to triple up here?
Come on, Ace. The fish!
Oh.
Yes, no Wooglets!
Got him. And they don't have any way to push out from here. And that means Clueless is going to win game 1. Your defending champion, Clueless, is going to win this first game.
Look at this. Sifu, man, no fear whatsoever.
So we're going to go on to game 2.
93 to 0.
Clueless, they won the Dominion Showdown number 1. They're back for Dominion Showdown number 2. They're in the finals. They're up 1 game. They just need 1 more game to win to take home the prize.
What will S4 Dom be? That's a good question, Cillian.
Also, guys, try to be nice in the chat. Some of these guys are trolling. Some of these guys don't know any better. You know, Ray, Roz, Zero, or in the chat, man, you guys are all welcome. Come out and play. If you guys think you can do better than us, we want you in this tournament. We want you in these finals.
Well, I don't. Like, you might.
Oh, man, I do. I want the best games possible, man. If there's good players out there that aren't playing, show up, man. Next week, there's going to be a... there's going to be a Dominion tournament on NA. It happens weekly, the Dominate Gaming Dominion tournament. It's free to play in. Not cash, but you win RP if you win it. So show up. Come play. Right now...
Sivir actually took the top damage dealt to champions just before you get through that. 39.7. And then it's almost like a 3-way tie for Clueless. 34, 35, 35.
All right. We got to cut to a commercial real quick. And then we will be back for this game 2 in just a quick moment.